this is a movie that I don't think a lot of people ever watched because it's a Disney movie property by Disney and not by Pixar, right?
Yeah, Pixar wasn't involved.
Yeah, this was, I guess, Disney's own attempt as for like a Pixar-esque type of thing, or this was just another one of their like attempts to make another classic Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was after their Renaissance and their Disney princess era. So and yeah, and the movie we're talking about is Treasure Planet from 2002. Have you heard anything about this movie, like from people or
surprisingly?
critically?
I think it's now considered a cult classic because I've seen online that a lot of people really enjoyed this movie
When they were young?
No, like now. Oh, when they were young and now.
Okay.
Like, I still think it's one of the most underrated Disney movies.
Okay.
It's a cult classic. Like it didn't. I think when it first came out, it didn't do so well financially.
Yeah. Well, we'll check as later
Yeah,
time.
and then it just grew on its over time. I saw this once, and I thought visually it was very, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't tell you what the movie was about.
Okay. Do you remember the world, like the world they created?
I remember more of the, I guess the environments, like the Moon City.
Oh yeah, for odds are you don't know, there is a Moon City. We won't go into detail until it shows, but there's a Moon City.
There's the Moon City, and the one thing I always did like was the hoverboard, if you will.
Yeah, that's fun.
The hoverboard, and I guess the backdrop is space, because they're the first one to, I think, use space as like an actual canvas.
Okay, I think
because I think most times space in animated movies, they kind of treat it as like the real thing, so it's just like black and then it's a couple of dots.
Like, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't think they do that in this.
Well, here it's very like,
colors, beauty.
Yeah, which I enjoy. Well, then again, I don't know too many movies that use space the way this movie has.
Okay, well, now we're gonna find out how it looks after so many years. Because
when's the last time you saw it?
I was probably in middle school or 8th grade. Is 8th grade middle school?
Yeah.
Okay, like middle school, and we're like they were re-showing it on Disney Channel, and I wanted to see it again, and then I saw it.
And what did you think of it back then?
There's a whole story behind it, but I'll say once the movie starts. Okay.
All right.
So thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you're able to find yourself a copy, because I don't know if you can find a copy. I mean, I don't know how rare it is to find a copy for this movie. I really don't know, but this movie is Treasure Planet from 2002, and it's 1 hour 35 minutes and 23 seconds. So it is short.
Good.
And nice to hear that, considering in our current time when a bunch of movies
like
are
more than 2 hours.
close to 2 hours or over that. So you guys will pause the commentary track when I say to pause, and then you press play once the old Walt Disney Pictures logo that has the Disney castle appear like window shutters. Yeah, once that logo fades to black in the beginning, then you guys will press play on this track. But until then, press pause now. Also, I do remember that the movie tried to make its time frame sound old.
Yeah, the music caught me off guard.
Yeah, old with the title seems kind of it's a little bit off. The music makes it sound like the time frame of that movie is old time, but modernized with high tech technology.
Kind of like steampunkish.
Yeah. Okay, the ship design on the layout doesn't look.
Looks like it's made out of cheese.
Yeah. Like those windows, quote unquote, on the ship just make it look like little stumps of just like the wood. Also, when I was a kid, I was a sucker for pirates, just anything pirates, because I like the concept of just the concept of people doing whatever they want whatever they want so they could get their riches. Right. Oh, I forgot about this. How they tell stories in this? Do you remember? I always love that stuff.
Like a pop-up book.
I thought the one was going to say James Isaac Neutron from Jimmy Neutron. I'm getting Tarzan vibes, especially her.
Yeah, she looks like
Jane.
Jane, yeah. This feels very Tarzan-y in the looks of the characters.
I like the woo. Like we're turning back. If it feels like old film, no?
Yeah. I wonder if at this time they got rid of text. Like everything is told through like that, like visual. So like,
the gold feels cartoony. I like that.
It's like everybody's illiterate. Like they can't read. Like if you give them text.
You think we'll ever get close to that type of technology and where they have like a narrator talking and then holograms? Actually, narrating we kind of have that.
Audiobooks.
Yeah, we kind of have that in audiobooks, but like a little bit of holograms. Do you think we'll be close to that at all?
I think so. I think we kind of already have that in a way, don't we?
What?
Well, I mean, it's essentially a movie at that point, right? It's just not.
Oh, that's fair. I like the animation of him jumping off the bed and then like this whole thing of him going through it. Okay, a little bit of Tarzan combined with Atlantis, the animated Atlantis, right? As like the animation motion of Atlantis with the combination of the animation appearance of the Tarzan film. That's what I'm thinking of.
Do you like Tarzan, the Disney one?
I remember when I was a kid, I really, really loved it.
The one thing I'll always remember about that movie is the soundtrack.
I don't remember.
It's by Phil Collins, and I remember I was
that
just
name sounds familiar.
So anyway, he like sings like I think he did all the songs or something, but they're like pop songs.
Mm.
So like he's singing it and all that, and it felt really really weird because I was used to like a score and all that. Because like why is he like the songs he sung like it literally felt like he was explaining the scene, and it felt really really weird. I always like this bit. Like I just.
Also, so people would love their hoverboards from Back in the Future. My hoverboards came from this. To me, it seems more fun, but only in a wide environment. Also, what are your thoughts on this combined world utopia, and where it's old time with, like I mentioned before, old time with future technology? What do you think about this? Do you like that, or do you? Do they not do that much of it?
You know what this feels like?
Pirates in future time, Pirates of the Caribbean in future time.
No, almost Star Wars-esque. Like a new Hope.
Yeah, I can see.
You know, like when you see Luke.
I love the rope. I love this. Desert. I think isn't the idea that they're all solar powered or something, or is that just me? I think
so. I think the mast and the
how it glows.
The cloud. Yeah.
She looks thinner.
Yep.
Her eyes just look so tired.
I always like the way a person to go that you just gotta put them eyes like lines under their eyes.
Well, they're good at that because she looks tired.
Yeah. Is he supposed to be a dog?
Yeah, he's a dog.
Okay, I never got that. Like as a kid, like he always looked.
That's why he had a problem with the captain that we're gonna meet eventually.
He never struck me as a dog. That's why. Like his design, none of it screams dog to me.
Not even a nose.
No. I thought it was like a munted bear or something like that.
I wonder if in this world, all the animals got like chemical exposure, so they became sentient like humanoid animals, or they're just aliens who look like creatures from our planet. What do you think?
Isn't the guy played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No, this guy?
No, the kid.
I mean, him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jim, there you go.
But you could check on your phone right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see some of the cast. Oh, this movie sounds very empty, like slow. Does that make sense?
What's that?
Doesn't this doesn't the movie the moments sound kind of like empty?
You're right.
Like there's like literally nothing playing besides audio. This is hot. This is odd considering it's a Disney cartoon movie.
Yeah, it does feel weird. Yeah, Jim is Justin Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Anybody else?
Wait, isn't he now known for trying to do big blockbuster movies and failing, or is that Jake Gyllenhaal?
Well, no, I mean he was in Inception. The last movie I remember him is Don John. And from there, I don't know what else he's been in.
Yeah.
There's Emma Thompson. Oh, there's Martin Short.
Who's Emma Thompson? The mom?
No, she come on in a bit. No,
okay. Or like right now or later on?
Later on.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure, because there's someone else that shows up like in a few moments if you remember.
The mom from Lady Bird is the mom here.
Oh no! Wait, what's the actress name?
It's
That's a labor. I love her.
Laurie Metcalf.
Like, what is she known for? I think you've seen more movies with her.
I think she was in Toy Story.
Yeah, she mentioned like her mom mentions how he was able to make his first solar surfboard, whatever, when he was 8 years old. So that it is solar.
Oh, it is solar. Okay.
That's the future we need now. All that cool technology, like floating technology without tires, just like flying technology, just running on sun. Oh, yeah, Turtle Man. Also, it kind of sounds like Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Doesn't he?
You know, I didn't know a lot about pirates or like anything of it till like
actual pirates.
Well, I knew they existed and all that, but
no, but like their history or what they did.
No, I meant more like in like TV or shows or anything like that. Like there was nothing of it in the media until like Pirates of the Caribbean came out.
Yeah, like Pirates. It was kind of like almost the exact same thing with what happens with what happened to dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Some people knew about dinosaurs. Not a lot of people knew about it. At Jurassic Park, people were like, "Yeah, dinosaurs are awesome." Pirates of the Caribbean was almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got some music to make us feel bad or somber to be supporting her. Look at that technology.
How is that better than a photo?
A foil or photo?
Photo.
Oh. I thought it was like mi chest pollo.
I thought he meant his actual chest.
I remember that. Okay, that 3D on the chest didn't work so well. Beware of his bats and super friend. Because Cyborg and Justice League. Which I still want to understand why Cyborg is part of the original Justice League. That will continue to bother me. Okay, some of the 3D is off. Like, doesn't fully work.
A bit.
Like, the chest looks like a combination of 3D and 2D.
I'm surprised we got in action like quickly.
Well, to be fair, we got it in the very beginning.
Nah, I know, but
I'm just saying.
I just figured they would let more time simmer, let the character simmer. And they're just like, okay, like I guess we're not gonna get the most best of characters from this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know who these people are. Fuck it, let's just start the movie.
Yeah, if they actually burned down the entire house and they just left from their spaceship, there would be no trace of them, right? Because they burned everything.
Looks like the Apple of Eden from Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
I always remember this because they always put this shot in the trailers.
I can believe it.
Montressor?
Oh, yeah, so it's not. Okay, so this is not Earth, it's just some other planet.
Mm.
I do like that pirate story is not actually a story. Like, it's like that was an actual pirate that existed.
Yeah.
And people know about it. That's a valid question. What just happened?
Yeah.
But that would have been fair to say once the map opened. Like, what just happened?
Right.
And then him ending. Wait, what literally just happened? Benbow. This is really just going in with the story. Like, it's just going. Doesn't feel like that there might have been a previous movie or at least like a 30-minute episode or special about this movie before Hellbent?
A bit.
Yeah.
You got arrested once.
No, they set up that he's been arrested already a while.
Oh. There's something really funny to me about that. Like, if that were to happen now, I was just like, oh hey, there's this treasure like in an island and off the Gulf of Mexico. I was like, I'm gonna go there. It'll solve all our issues. Like, it's just like if it were to happen here now in reality, like, because well, why would you come back if you had all that money?
Oh, okay. even if that happened now and that story was actually true, like everything about the story you heard about the treasure is true, you would that's the better point. Why would I come back here?
Yeah.
I could buy that island.
Yeah, you go anywhere you want. Like,
I would say you could send the money. You could send some of the money that they need. Yeah. But then again, why would you trust the mailing system to with all that money?
Exactly.
Especially considering if you put your own name on it and they know that you found the treasure. Great, the spaceport.
There you
go. So this whole planet is a city. Kind of like Coruscant from Star Wars. A few years after Star Wars Episode 1 when Coruscant was introduced. This is like a better Coruscant, no? Because it's a port, actually. It's actually a port. And so they have specific ways for ships to land and dock, and for ships to dock and leave. This seems more valid.
Yeah. Looks really nice.
Yeah. Those creatures looked a little bit too out of the world.
It feels kind of weird that it's all blue, though.
Mm. Next, it's all holograms or technology to make it look like an actual sky, and not the fact that they're just literally in space.
Right.
That could be a possible thing.
Yeah.
What's contempt?
Let's find that out.
Also, did they? Also, are these? No. Oh yeah. So did they spend the rest of their money to buy the crew and the ship that they're about to enter?
Contempt, the feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn.
Okay, that is a beautiful ship. Look at that. I like the blue, like I guess emerald in the front.
Right.
Oh, the Rock Man! I forgot about him.
Oh yeah, there's a Rock Man.
Men in Black 2. Will Smith rapping.
I wonder if this is a lot funnier in the script than it is now.
Also, to me now, that wasn't funny, but just more world building, and how the doctor acted, like that was in his character to do that.
That's Emma Thompson.
Didn't sound like her?
Yeah.
Because the only time I've seen her...
I always felt she had a very small face.
Well...
Or a very small head.
Yeah. What she does. Also, so people can know she's a cat, so she and the doctor are gonna have some issues because he's a dog. I think it's funny that the second captain, I guess, or what's the correct term in the pirate ship? That her, I guess her co-captain or her not superior, but her second in command. There you go. Her second in command is just literally a rock creature.
Right.
Also, the first few times when I saw this movie, I did not know that that she was supposed to be a cat. The Hawkins last names. Oh, Hawkins, because Stranger Things takes place in Hawkins, Minnesota. That's why that name sounds familiar to me now.
Really? That's why you... That's why you connected?
No, the reason being because recently I've been watching... I had to quote it. I have had to watch the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things because pretty much it has been commentating over those episodes to be ready for season 3. They both watched the first season but have never watched the second season, and they know nothing about it. And I have already. And so because I'm rewatching it, Hawkins, because it takes place with Hawkins, that name is in my head. Like where else do you remember? Do you know Hawkins, that name from?
Kurt Hawkins.
Okay.
That's where my mind went.
Oh, the cook, and that's my job now. My current job. Oh, and that's part of the job he has or had when his mom was the head of the cook. I mean, the head of the business. Oh, who's the voice for this guy?
What's his dude's name?
I don't know. At least that he's not the only one that notices that the audience also knows. Huh. I do remembering the Robot Man's animation. Also, I remember this animation. Look. Like the animation and this whole thing, it looks good.
Roscoe Lee Brown.
It's on one shot. They make him like so movable. I think an eye can just pop out. Yep. Ate it. Have a swig. Oh yeah, that thing.
I forgot that thing exists.
Mm. He's a Ditto from Pokemon.
Essentially.
It's still more character and charisma.
He's an animal too, right?
I think so.
'Cause
I don't know.
he looks halfway between just like a really large dude.
Wait, which guy?
The cook.
Oh, I thought you meant the morph guy.
Cause you look at his hand, his other hand, he got like large cat nails, and I was just like, oh, he used to be some kind of feline, but like his face.
He has cat nails?
Yeah.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is. Oh, and his ears. Look at that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he just looks like a dude. Like just the face alone, like he just looks like a dude.
I do like that this gets straight to the point of like he's been told stay away from the cyborg. Then we get a cyborg, so the guy's like, "Hey, are you that cyborg?"
I find it hard to believe that cyborgs aren't common.
In this world?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey, beware the cyborg. Fucking which one? Hey, look at the world you're living in. How could there just only be one?
Mm-hmm.
You know that doesn't reflect well on a fucking Jim, fucking discriminatory motherfucker. Hey, cyborg, but fuck. He got no teeth. I just realized the rock guy.
Yeah. Also, when you open his mouth, it looks like a rock. It looks like how a rock creature would look inside, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a little T-Rex head with little arms and legs. Like, what do you think this movie's trying to do, or the message is trying to say by like to the idea of adventure, family? Do you remember?
Nope.
Like, what are you getting so far?
Just an adventure, just essentially Star Wars. There's this kid. Sometimes he wants to get out, explore the world, and he gets a chance to do so. That's it. Very general, just like want to explore.
Also, they are showing like technology, like kind of science fiction technology, while adding a little bit of realistic technology, like that gravity thing. Like if they only care about science fiction, that's something they wouldn't have added to the ship at all.
Yeah.
But they actually added that of we're like, oh, if we're flying in space, How are we able? How are the passengers able to stay on the ship if it's flying through space? Like we put in a gravity device so everybody on the ship can actually stay on the ship.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a nice touch.
That whale looks weird.
Mm-hmm. Now you know the name.
Now I know the name.
But you never say it. It's acid next to you now. Did they give her dimples?
I didn't. I blinked. It's cartoon, but I always wondered how they were able to breathe in space in a ship, considering it's all in the open. It's not a nitpick. I'm just curious, like
he looks so excited for the two new friends.
That's nothing about.
Trade a moment. Oh, this guy. Was that like a high joke or something? It sounds like it, doesn't it?
I just think the color of his eyes.
Another element. Oh yeah, it's a woman. Another element I like is that a lot of them do speak like pirate dialogue.
Yep.
Or dialogue that would have been said at that time. What?
I've always liked that phrase. What's all this then?
Are you gonna start saying that now too?
Probably not. A Scroop. Thought it was Scroop.
Look at his head. Who are the writers of this? Because they got some talent to writing some, like, to saying the different words that would have usually been added to a generic script or dialogue. He sounds like Barbosa, or more specifically when he said "belay that." I usually hear Barbosa saying "belay that" order, like him or Jack Sparrow. I think this movie's gonna keep making me think, like, hey, let's watch Pirates next time. But I want to save Pirates.
Yeah.
Especially the first one. Cause I either really really like the first Pirates of the Caribbean or I love it. Yeah, now we're knowing.
Now we know.
Already.
Yeah.
You want to know how much time this is? Considering, like, oh, okay, now we know everything. Who's with who? You want to know?
Yeah.
31 minutes.
Okay.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what else is going to be in this movie then? Like, okay, now we know as the audience, like, yes, the bad people, basically every person on the ship that's not the captain or the second in command and not our two protagonists, then they're the villains.
Right.
And they all have the same goal. and they have the same goal of going to that planet and finding treasure. He reminded me of Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, what else what else are they gonna show in the movie that's gonna make it at least interesting?
I don't know. I think Treasure Planet itself.
Yeah, but that's like the last chunk of the movie.
I honestly don't know what happens between now and the rest of the movie.
The main thing I tell you is character development.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's mainly it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the one moment where like things go, oh.
I wonder if space pollution's a thing. The dude just threw the food out the ship. Like, imagine that you're in space and like you're enjoying the outside, and just a fucking chicken one just smacks you across the face because there's no protection.
Wait, what do you think of the concept of then? Like, he chucks it away, and then while he's speaking, we just see the trash like float back up.
Yeah, so.
Fun montage now.
Oh.
I thought I was gonna call him smartass.
Dun dun dun. I'm not digging the music, I can tell you that.
Oh no, it's too on the nose.
A bit, yeah.
Is it country?
Ah.
Oh, country, no.
It's not country, but it's just
generic
pop. Just.
Is this pop?
Yeah.
This is the character development stuff I mentioned. Oh, he's got good balance.
Oh god, the song is...
Oh, you were laughing at the song.
Yeah. Just the lyrics are just fucking making me laugh.
Does he have another set of clothes?
Hey kid. God, man, the early 2000s rock fucking sucks.
Oh, this is music from the early 2000s.
Yeah. I've always hated this type of montage where they use like a pop song, and the lyrics are so fucking plain and obvious, and then they go with the montage. I just never liked that in movies. It's always just put me off. That's probably why I didn't like Tarzan as much as a kid. The music.
Too much of that?
Yeah. Every other song was like this.
What about Hercules? There's a lot of that.
It was, but the song, the music was fun.
Because of the female singers? Like, they were actual characters in that?
I think it was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, I think there are 5 women.
Yeah. That, and they kept it fast enough tempo. Like, they were like quick, and like, they don't let you think about it. Just quick to the action and on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. And here's a bit slower, and it's just so fucking obvious what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like you see all this, like, gee, I wonder what happened.
He hit me, son.
Yeah. Like, it's so obvious that they're doing it. Like, they could have cut it short, but it's still going on.
Also, they already revealed when Jim told the cook,
yeah,
that he had a father. He had the type of father that wouldn't stick around and just leave. That is pretty.
This is his Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, the Will Smith to his Uncle Ben.
Mm.
Sorry, wait. No, sorry, no.
I was like, what? I was gonna say anything.
Peter Parker to his Uncle Ben. I was thinking of Will Smith with his Uncle Phil.
Mm. They get radiation from that?
I'm like, what is it? Like Stardust or what?
Mm.
Or is that a meteor? Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Comet?
That makes sense because a meteor only appears when a rock is entering like a planet's atmosphere, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way that could be a meteor.
And a meteorite is when it lands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Mike and Rich, they talked about how in Star Trek Discovery Season 1, about them being in, the crew being in space, and the crew somehow sees a meteor through space. And then they mentioned it doesn't make any sense because that's not how meteors are created. Or how they're formed. Mm. And then that's how I found out that meteors are just rocks entering a planet's atmosphere, and so it creates what's the word again?
What?
When a rock enters a planet's atmosphere, it becomes a meteor. Mm-hmm. That's what I was going for.
And then an asteroid went into space, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says because of asteroid belt.
Yeah.
Have we had asteroids hit the Earth?
We have, yeah. I remember, when was it? Like 2015. A meteor landed in Russia.
I think I remember that.
There was dash cam footage from like drivers and all that. And it's funny because it's Russia. Like a lot of people were nonchalant about it. It was really funny to see. But yeah, there have been some.
But also, isn't it a big deal to get a rock from space? And also dangerous because you gotta see what's in it or if there's anything in it.
I don't know, but
that is beautiful.
That looks really nice there.
It's a supernova. Wait, wasn't it in front of them, or did he just look off on the side?
It looked like it was in front of him.
Okay, it looked, but
I don't know if
his position was elsewhere. Okay, so it was behind him. Oh, the asteroids looked pretty.
Doesn't someone die in this one? In this bit?
Yes, this was a moment where I said, like, this is when something happens.
Yeah.
Don't tell you what it is, but yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah. I'm asking just...
Oh, yeah, this gun.
Huh. Yeah, don't get too cocky.
You know the Star Wars reference, right?
Yeah.
At least you didn't say the last word of that phrase.
Yeah. Kiss them already.
No, they're having their father-son moment.
So fuck it, he has a fucking like, an electric complex. Oh no, that's for women.
Oh, I remember that thing. That is beautiful. I think that's something I could easily have seen being added in Interstellar.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't it feel like this could have been added in Interstellar?
Kind of was.
Like that?
No, not that to that extent.
No, but that's what I mean. But like something like that.
Yeah.
That looks great. Look at that. Oh, and it should give him a bunch of energy considering that all that sun. Like yellow?
Huh.
Science term we don't know.
Okay. Battery time on days.
No, don't mention that. I'll fix it. Here. At least something's happening now after that boring
montage.
Yeah, montage.
Yeah, so hopefully something's happening.
It's good so far. No, we got something is actually happening.
Yeah, it looks fun. Feels very.
Now this feels more action adventure.
Yeah.
And on purpose though, like it doesn't seem like it was forced. It's just like something that happens in space. They mentioned a star.
Yep.
The star, right? A star blew up. So it went supernova.
Oh yeah, he does.
You had a feeling it was him, or you didn't know for sure?
No, I completely forgot that side.
Yeah.
Dude.
Did it show how it happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so
spider guy fucking snipped his line.
Yeah.
There he went. But rocks don't have feelings, so he should be fine.
But he's sentient, remember?
That doesn't mean he's got feelings.
Yes. Saying, oh, and she's doing what I said about like, oh, all this sun can actually help the ship go faster. But that's terrifying though. They just entered a black hole.
Yeah.
That is a horrifying thing to happen to someone.
It's kind of funny they play this music after a murder.
Yeah, but no one else knows.
Well, we know.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, us know. We know. Why the fuck? I was say, was that you? That would have been me. Oh, did you? That was also a hard slap.
Ironically enough, not Mr. Earl.
Because of his name?
Yeah.
Oh, how this guy's speaking, I can easily see him being voiced by Johnny Depp. With like a little bit of a rasp, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even subtle at all.
Rock.
A stern creature. A fine spacer. Do you feel anything now that he's gone?
I didn't even know the guy. He's
Yeah,
a rock.
Because I remember I remember as a kid thinking that I really liked him, or that he had a little bit more to do, but I apparently not. And a beautiful sight, and that's real. Look, you see it move. It's not just like a picture. That is beautiful. Okay, there are moments of amazing visual effects.
Yes.
Or art. Yeah, look up some fun facts now right now, then we'll have some slow moment. A slow moment.
Wait, no. So it's
What?
no. Okay. When I said Roscoe Lee Brown, that was
Who's that? I don't know.
the actor. I said that he played the robot. No, he played the rock guy.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know name. The fucking
Robot Man?
yeah. I know it's Brian Murray.
Who's Brian Murray?
Not a fucking clue.
Nothing in his
Nothing that
filmography?
nothing that we would know from.
Okay.
This movie took 10 years to make, having the longest
Are
production.
you sure? So they were the first what's that movie that took you 10 years to make?
Boyhood?
Boyhood. It's the first Boyhood.
Having had the longest production cycle of any other film in Disney's post-Renaissance era after it went through production hell. Though the production mainly started after the release of Hercules. The name of the ship, RLS Legacy, is a reference to the book's author, Robert Louis Stevenson.
Oh, so this is off a book. I might read the book depending on how I feel about the movie.
Well, the book's called Treasure Island, and it's pirates like back then.
Maybe it's better.
Maybe it's I'm just don't expect the same thing as what I'm trying to say.
No, you never know. Okay, so they futurized it, and Spider-Man heard everything. Those are all the fun facts.
I know no, but let's save some for later.
Oh.
And then when you said Spider-Man, I was just like, what? And then I was like, you mean
I think we're halfway done.
halfway done? I don't see anything special about this movie, To be honest,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Besides the last two visual things, the supernova, and that blue thing.
Yeah. But other than that, like, why do people love this movie? Like,
The people that actually say they loved it, or just they like it.
It's like it's almost got like a cult following the audience for this. Also, Jim is boring as fuck.
Oh, so the story of why the kid really liked it. You wanna know?
Why?
Well, he was gonna spit out water?
Yep.
When I, cause I told you about my, is it even rocky? My difficult relationship with my dad. And so, because of my relationship with him, of how, that's a big barrel.
Yeah.
About how we always argued and how he hit us and all that stuff. Then because this movie talked about entirely about like a parent figure and a father leaving, and then this guy then becoming a father
figure.
Yeah, father figure.
Yeah.
So this was like perfect for me, of like that moment in my life. And where like it helped me in a way,
right?
Or just made me think about my relationship with my dad,
right?
That kind of thing. That was good animation though. The bubbles. The Laria. Hey, I thought it sounded kind of like him. I already lost it. Wait, it's fair for him to be soft on someone, but then still be a maniacal pirate.
Yeah.
You could have more layers to your character, sir. I don't think he needs one. He's got a robot eye. So do you think... Okay, so there are some... Because we're halfway done. So far, what do you think of the movie?
I think it's just fine.
Are there only small moments of good stuff? Or just oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this action scene is actually fun. Or something like that.
I mean, the visuals I really enjoy, and...
Then the motions of the characters?
No.
No?
No. Fuck. So, the montage kind of didn't do anything good for me.
It made it weaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I do like the idea of them, of essentially sailing sail in space using a pirate ship, but I feel like they haven't done. They only showed it once with the black hole, and the thing I hate is that they never use the map. It's like, hey, map reading, using the glass, all that. Like, it just seems very... I don't know. I feel like they kind of...
I like the weapons. That they're the same design of old school, like pistol guns, but with laser eyes. I kind of like that. Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of feels unexplored. This concept.
Oh yeah, it should be more explored.
Yeah. Throw a cunt in there.
For all we know, that his species was actually a cunt. I mean, yeah, the only good, literally every other member of that ship was an evil pirate, or just a pirate.
Doesn't she get shot?
I think. I don't know. Well, they all died.
Huh.
My 3 chins.
Oh, I'm like, what's he doing? What's he has?
Why is Jim taking so long? Oh, so and also that was the character stuff moments that I mentioned before.
Yep.
Which is them getting, or the pirate getting getting feelings for Jim. Did he actually move it?
I think so.
Okay, not shot, but she gets hurt.
Okay, I remember that. I remember her getting hurt for some reason.
Now you know. Okay, whoa. That's pretty...
They should be dead.
Yeah, deadly crash. But nope, they're fine. And the ship turned to 3D.
Ow.
What?
Just Jim going, ow.
I like that. He thought he was Mr. Hawkins. He said exposition that we know.
Yep.
Or that sounded off. Do you think there's hope for the last half of this movie to at least have you say, like, okay, that was fine? You think there's any hope?
Maybe.
It looks like she fell out of frame, right? Like a board. Just fell. Also, they could have done more of this, exploring like other planets.
Yeah.
Those look like the alien eggs.
I think what killed it for me is that they went straight to change their planet. Like, they didn't...
Never stopped.
They never stopped. It's like, hey, like, you know, like a different path or something. Like, no, we know where we're going.
Oh,
so it kind of sucks out all the
adventure?
The drama. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Drama, the adventure, the fun. So it's like, oh, we're just going straight here. I'm like, all right.
And because
it's like a road trip from A to B. It's like, well, if you know where you're going.
Except in the road trip, you actually stop at places.
Yeah.
Oh, not... You know the voice actor now.
Yeah, Martin Short.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Robin Williams.
I can believe that. Well, what do you think of Robert Martin Short? I don't think you ever talked about him before.
I enjoy his comedy a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And his voice is very distinct, no?
Yes.
Did you see his special with his friend?
Steve Martin? No,
Steve Martin.
I haven't seen it yet.
Why haven't you seen it? I thought it was really funny.
I gotta check that out.
Especially their stuff together. Whoa, his eyes? Yeah. His eyes look 2D while everything else is 3D. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I remember specific moments from the trailer. This was in it too.
I always liked his design. Even as a kid, I always liked how he looked.
Like old school with new school? Like clunky?
I don't know what it was.
Did Martin Short have a script? Because it sounds like Martin Short.
Yeah.
Like his comedy, no?
Yeah.
I'm getting vibes of like Robin Williams with the genie.
It's still sort of feeling
here's your bullet points, and
Yeah.
I'll say what you would. He's me. Is that you?
I think it was.
It was a-
I don't know what the fuck I was
Yeah.
doing there. The human characters are hand drawn. John Silver's mechanical arm and the robot Ben are flat rendered CGI. The ship was created using Disney's deep canvas process. In some scenes, all three types of animation appear simultaneously. So that's... There you go. That's why the animation is different for some parts. Oh, you'll like this. A sequel was planned with Willem Dafoe set to voice the villainous Ironbeard,
Ironbeard.
but it was cancelled based on Treasure Planet's poor box office results.
Yeah. You think they might actually make a sequel to this, but through the Disney network?
Dude, I think through their streaming service, I think they do it as like an original movie. Because
considering how many people are gonna buy that thing once it goes up.
Yeah. As of 2011, this movie is Disney's biggest financial loss. 2011, around that time.
Okay.
Total cost, $180 million.
Really? Whoa, that's a lot.
Plus $40 million for advertising, so $220 million in total. Total worldwide growth.
Wait, 20 million or 200 million?
200
and total
220 million.
What? That's an insane amount of money.
Close to $250,000,000.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And
$250 million, sorry.
Oh yeah, there was no way this movie's gonna earn that money back.
Total worldwide gross, 101 million. Total loss, 79 million. So yeah, I could see why they didn't want to do another one.
I was say a parlay.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was going to say. The doy.
Also, those little marks under his, like not right under his eye, but like below his eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought those were like scars, but not. It's just like more detail in his face or something. Game attack. Yeah.
Well, he has enough guts to spare.
Yeah.
Open a restaurant together. For some reason, I said that you give me that map and I'll suck your dick. Okay. Like he uses his hand to as a cane.
There's something I want to say.
Is
I'm
she
dying. No, she's fine.
No, does she die? No, she doesn't, right?
I don't know. Never saw this movie.
They're not that interesting.
Yeah, it was my favorite joke when I was a kid. Oh, reference to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim. Oh, it's like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I just thought that was a funny line. Damn it, Jim. I'm a physicist. I'm a physicist, not a doctor. And he says, but I am a doctor, and that whole thing. I think it's a nice reference because like that line itself.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice reference to Star Trek is for people who haven't seen Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. So throughout the beginning of the movie, we did learn that Jim is a resourceful kid because his mom set up how when he was younger he was able to build like his own solar hoverboard thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because of all the time that the captain was, the pirate captain has taught Jim how to like be more resourceful with stuff and how to build a ship. Not how to build a ship, but just be smarter about things.
We never see it though.
Then the montage.
Right? No, he's just learning from what the cyborg's telling him.
No, that's what I mean. Like the cyborg captain had and taught him even more how to be more resourceful and stuff like that. I'm saying that he had his how they set up how good he is with, which like just being either a smart kid or a smart thing, not smart thinking, but what's the term I'm looking for? An improviser?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they set him up well. Or how they're supposed to in a movie. Which helps explain how I was able to do all this stuff after the betrayal realization. That was probably what his old commands. That's probably what were his old duties when he was, the other old captain's robot slave or whatever. A pirate ship having all those wires. It's funny to me. I like what's the in the person's face when they go like Kevin boy, like what's
when it's coarse?
Huh?
When it's coarse?
Is that what it's called? Like
Yeah, coarse.
Oh, coarse.
Oh no, I mean coarse. Yeah, kind of.
When the people are able to do that with their throat.
Yeah.
Like, are there many people that do that in real life? Just like that speak like that like.
There's some of them that it sounds like they're sick or like they have a stretched throat, but it turned out that's not that's just how they speak.
Yeah.
I think there's some that have.
I do like
kind of like a smoker, like after they smoke.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Both those fingers only hit one eye because they're so huge. When he said cannons, I thought you meant like this has got to be the movie's canon. Like yeah. Also, now whenever I think of like a movie having canon or like the movie world, my mind doesn't go to Marvel. It goes to Star Wars. Considering how much they're either they're just they're messing with the mythology and the time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the only one on the ship, apparently. And it's a horrifying death. Any death involving space, to me, is just horrendously a nightmare. Because space death, no matter what, is one of the most horrifying things ever. Wait, would you agree or no? Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, really? Sorry, it sounded like you were going to say more.
Yeah, well, I'd say Gravity and Interstellar do a good job of like that fear of just being lost in space.
I mean, but just space death.
Yeah.
Ben shouts out, "They're here, Jim!" So they knew that way in. I thought they were all asleep. Never mind. He didn't say it. I wonder, is it made out of gold, like pure gold mixed with technology?
No, I have no clue.
No, I'm saying, what do you think? Like in your own mind.
Yeah, I think. I think it's like made out of gold. Yeah. Kind of like a cover, like you know how sometimes you see those pictures of like an iPod, but it's encased in gold, something like that.
No, never seen that.
Yeah.
Also, that one fat alien with that ring. You would think it would be pierced in his head, but it's just like around one of his horns. So that means he could easily fall out anytime. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Like, look at all this cool stuff that we could have explored more. Nope, we're skipping over it. It could have been that the old pirate king, Pirate King, he became friends with the residents of this planet to protect his treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could have, and then the cyborg's captain crew could have fought against them.
How much time we got left?
25.
Alright.
To use it going fast or slow?
It's going at an alright pace.
I thought I said cunt. His gizzard? Does that mean his skin or his dick?
I was thinking dick too.
Also, I just realized in this world, many pirates are highly intelligent because of the type of ships that they have to use to fly around.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they gotta learn. They have to learn some type of technology already.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
It's nice, yeah.
I wonder how much that cost to make that one shot.
Right.
Imagine, hey, boom, they zoom in. How they do it in iPhone. He searches every galaxy. What was that? Was that Bionicle? Does Century mean Central? So was the captain was Flint, right?
Yeah.
So was Captain Flint able? No, did he find this planet to store his treasure, or did he create it?
I couldn't tell you.
Now this is stuff that by this point we're making up in our own minds. What do you think?
I think he found it because to build a planet, like I don't care how rich you are, that's gonna take forever.
Mm.
So I think he found it. I think he might have changed the planet, but no, I think the planet already existed.
Like, that this whole sphere was already like a gold medal thing, but then all that treasure he just put over it itself with like its own gravity field, so it would stay and not float away.
Yeah.
I do like how Flint's ship looks now after years of just being left there, all rugged and look more looking like a ghost ship.
I like how he just waited there to die.
So he's just angry at Ben. He's like, I hate you, Ben. Like, he was just in that same pose throughout the entirety of his life. So you had the booby trap like not work for the first few minutes, so people could feel like I'm rich, and they say psych, right? Imagine something similar like this happens in a One Piece, and where Luffy finds the treasure, but then Gold Roger made it so no one can find the treasure.
Right.
Just all those years of books and episodes and seasons just ending in a better way to how people feel about the end of Game of Thrones.
Right.
But like, what, doesn't everybody hate the last season of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, universally
hated. Or is it just the last few episodes? Like the last?
No, the whole season.
The whole season. Ooh.
Yeah.
With the only two shows that I care about. Sorry, 3 shows I care about right now. 3 being Better Call Saul, which I know is gonna end well. Legion, because this current season is the last season, only 3 seasons, which I'm happy to see.
Mm-hmm.
And Supernatural, the big one, it's ending. It's ending with the last season they're making now. My only hope is don't end like they did for Game of Thrones. There was something else that ended recently that was bad. There was something. Or was it a movie thing? There was something. I think Avengers? That's the only big thing that I can remember. The end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. The gut or the gun? I'll take it as Avengers. That was your big thing.
Yeah.
That Supernatural doesn't. That I'm hoping that it ends well. Cause that's the only show I care about where, like for other people they have like their Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Mine's is Supernatural.
Right.
So what? And that last season, we might do a commentary check for either the entire last season, or just the last two or one episode, either last two episodes or the last episode.
Uh-huh.
And that one with us three and maybe our mutual friend or my friend who also really likes Supernatural. That's the only other person that I know of.
Yeah.
Jimbo. And then say, reach for the skies.
Did you ever play Halo Reach?
Yes. What do you think about it?
That's probably my favorite one.
Oh, really? Why? Because the character stuff, or
No, I mean the characters weren't much characters there.
oh, sorry, I'm thinking of I think I'm thinking of ODST.
That one was boring.
It was slow, very slow.
I remember I got it after I finished 3 because I never played any Halo before. I got through.
Me either. The first one was Halo 3.
I got through it just because everybody had it and I wanted to play multiplayer. I got that and then I had a friend. He let me borrow ODST. I was like, cool. I was like 3 hours in. I'm like, man, this thing's boring. So I stopped playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Then a friend let me borrow Reach, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know what it was that it did differently, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the last level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going off against the Horde, and then you lose. You just see how many you could take out.
Mm-hmm. What's funny? Halo 1 ends with you escaping in a warthog, and then Halo 3 ends with you escaping with the warthog. Get us out of here, Metal Man! I like that. Is his name Silver?
I thought his last name was Silver.
I don't know. Wait, but how did that happen if that landed on the gun? So how does that involve the engine?
I thought it was the mast.
No, that mast thing just did feel off. Did get broken off, but it didn't seem like a big one. And it felt like a small one. Oh, and they set up him with the board.
Yeah.
Also, I do like how what Jim does to make the board continue to fly.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. I remember that line for specifically because of how he says it.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what, make sure you make yourself you make your way to that portal. That was a bastard. This bastard heap.
Yeah.
Here's some action adventure. Finally. And this, I always liked how this thing works. Like, oh man, I'm running out of energy. Choo, choo, choo. Gotta heat that thing up again.
This is a lot of fun, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
We needed more of this, yeah. Come on, woman. I'm the man here. Like this whole thing, right? Or is it just the board?
This whole thing.
This whole thing, right? Oh, this part. I love this part because it shows more of his resourcefulness. eating that sucker up. And whoo! There are some cool concepts in here that they just didn't explore enough.
Yeah.
And they introduced this world. This world of technology. But they just introduce it. They just introduce it so they could, because they care more about the story that they want to portray.
Yeah.
But the problem is that this story is just too generic, and so because it's generic, we frankly care more about the technology world.
Yeah.
This is an opposite Star Wars, A New Hope, and where for that the story and action adventure is generic. Yeah. It's about people and knights going off to save the princess from the evil emperor or the army. That and it's covered with science fiction battles, right? And the science fiction took over more of the genericness of the story overall, so it made it more fun. But this is a complete opposite, and where the generic story took over the science fiction part. Am I right, or am I onto something? Like, what? Your thoughts? Because it's gonna end already, and I would like to talk about it now because I'm on a roll and trying to think about this movie.
Well, yeah, I would say here. I think with Star Wars, it's just the Star Wars obviously just a kid wants to, but
no, say it again.
A kid wanting to go outside of his
boring life.
Explore.
Yeah, explore.
And the setting helps it out. Well, what is how do you explore in Star Wars? Where you go on a spaceship, Millennium Falcon, go to the Death Star, go to different planets, and even in Tatooine where he went to the bar. That was away from his home, so no one else knew. So that's what's interesting, is that the setting helps the characters come to life and all that. Here, the setting doesn't really do anything. It's just setting his background, but the background plays no role in it. And
except for one scene with the supernova.
Yeah, that and it's linear. You know where they're going, so they're not gonna go somewhere else to explore. So everything else is just sort of, it's almost like being in the car and looking out the window and seeing interesting shit, but you're never gonna go there.
Yeah,
and that's
a good.
That's how this movie feels like you know where you're going, and it's like going to Disneyland. Like, if you're into Disneyland, that's fun. You want to go there, but then you might see shit along the way. It's like, oh, that looks like fun, but you're never gonna go there. So it's a very boring ride to get to the end. So I think that. Yeah, I remember as a kid this movie just being alright. It's fun here and there, and I don't feel any different.
Is it just alright, or is it lesser to you in your eyes?
It's just alright. I will say Jim here is the most boring motherfucker in the movie.
Like the only person that has a character is the cyborg man.
Well, the cyborg has a character. The cat lady's kind of fun. I like her dialogue.
Oh, the dog guy even has a character, and he's kind of wimpy, but then he actually gets some courage.
Yeah. The dog's a lot of fun, and everybody else just kind of more worth rooting for than the kid. Because all we get is just, oh, my daddy left me, and that's it, really.
No, but to be fair, he only mentioned it once because the cyborg told him.
Yeah, no, it's obvious. It's supposed to be the father figure, but it's just there. They don't do anything with it. So it's just like, hey, this is his character, and that's it. We're not going to develop it. We're not going to change it. Here it is. And it just feels very flat. He's a very flat character.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's kind of boring just seeing him. It's like, oh, I want to explore. He goes, yeah, I don't care about you, though. Just fine, really.
Yeah, just fine.
Yeah, just fine. I just felt like if they were to explore other planets other than just go straight to Treasure Planet, or even explore more of the planet in Treasure Planet, then it'd be a lot more fun. But it kind of.
Can you imagine
it's all just
a pirate versus tribe battle on that Treasure Planet?
Yeah, something like that.
With their own tribe, having their own type of primitive technology combined with technology from this world. They could have been created, made some cool weapons.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like the opening scene has fuck all to do with the rest of the movie. Because why?
What?
The beginning of the movie has has fuck all to do with the rest of the movie.
Has nothing to do.
Because at the beginning, why is he going? The map and all that shit.
Mm.
But he's going because we could buy money to save the restaurant and all that, like to live good. Well, that doesn't really pay out anymore. That's the jumping off point, but it feels completely irrelevant to the rest of the film.
I would see that, yeah.
And it kind of felt like, you know what, the kid just wants to go on an adventure, and his mom's just trying to hold him back. He goes, "Hey, if you want, you know, you gotta live your life and shit like that."
Mm-hmm.
But,
and now by the end of this, Jim is not, and a bunch of kids. By the end of this movie, Jim is not going anywhere. It appears that Jim isn't going anywhere. Like, he's not gonna explore anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of set up that the cat lady pirate, captain, that she said that she was gonna recommend him for the army. Was it
something like that? Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna recommend him for something like that. So it could be that he could have adventures. Can you imagine if it did okay moderately, if they did like a spin-off episode, not spin-off, but just like an episode afterwards, an aftermath, and where he's actually like a soldier commander somewhere, and he actually explores with other people the galaxy. What about that?
Essentially an animated Star Trek.
Yeah, but except with
an animated Star Trek that's less on the
political
sci-fi drama political thing and more adventure.
Yeah, more Star Wars.
Yeah, more Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh, and then they could have a sprinkle. They'd have a sprinkle of Star Trek by his superior being more of like, wait, we need to talk about this. While Jim is still kind of rebellious, because most of the things that he learned about, like, because a lot of things he learned about, like, being just the resourcefulness that he learned from an actual pirate, and so he might be bored. He might go more towards the Star Wars route of like, hey, let's have action and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And while his commander is like, no, we need to talk about this with the people from this planet, which is the Star Trek side.
Yeah.
That could have been like a fun little thing for like an episode.
I think the reason people like it so much is because there's a lot of potential to it that.
Oh, there is so much potential
that goes untapped, and you just sort of go, because I think this would make a great animated TV show.
Oh yeah.
Much more than a movie. I think with the movie you're limited with time. And I think here you kind of feel the constraint of it has in time, because again they just go straight to Treasure Planet. They didn't do any exploring around that.
Nothing.
And then, like, even the death of the rock guy, like, that didn't really factor into too much overall. Like, they just needed something.
Yeah, they had a moment where he felt guilty.
Yeah.
But then that quickly got glossed over once Jim was in the barrel and he found out about the evil plan.
Yeah. So I there's a lot to this movie that I think.
Wait, character animation Jim Hawkins. There's a bunch of animators just for him, and John Silver. So that's his name, John Silver. Look at all these animators. No wonder they had to waste so much money. Yeah. I never seen this before. Look.
But then again, you think a TV show would be more expensive than making a movie? Because
I'm sorry, what? You talk too fast.
A TV show would be more expensive than making a movie. Like, because here this costs, I think it was $180 million.
For this 1 hour and 30 minutes.
For it was 135, yeah. So if you were to split that into a season, make each episode 25 minutes, you know, like a half-hour TV show. That's.
But I think that with how technology is now with animation, they'll be able. They can probably make a lot of what they did here.
With less the cost.
With less the cost, or they could be more resourceful and only have like those beautiful scenic routes or those beautiful shots of space and stuff like a supernova. Probably like let's say if they do 5 episodes, just like one episode of where we have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. If they deal with another supernova, like Jim could say, I have experience with these, and he helps the captain or something.
Yeah,
that could be like one episode.
Because I do think like the skateboard thing, they use it.
That's awesome.
Twice.
I love the design.
That's a lot of fun, but they only use it once at the beginning, once at the end. So you kind of forget about it. Like, oh yeah, he does this.
They set it up.
Yeah.
Like if I did,
like if they were to explore, like if they were to make a TV show, fucking just say they're making a TV show as the sequel to this, I would like them to explore the other planets.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt at Jim Hawkins.
Yeah. As like explore other planets, do something with the hoverboard other than just like, hey, here it is. I don't know, just something with that. Different species. I think the character designs aren't too bad. I enjoy some of them. I would love to see them do something more with the moon port. Because I do think that's just a great, fantastic idea and design.
Just like, not actually a planet, just an actual giant station.
Yeah. It's kind of like, in Futurama, the moon is essentially like a theme park.
Oh, yeah.
It has that.
Like rednecks or something?
Yeah, like that. Like something about that I find humor, something about that I really enjoy. So I think doing something with that would be a lot of fun. Essentially, kind of like, in One Piece, they go to a new port and then that's how they explore the rest of the town.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Don't they always have an adventure in every new place they go?
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That I feel like you could do a lot with just the setting of the moon port.
You just love that new.
I think it's one of the best things in this movie.
Ooh, what did they decide of like not to have the story? Okay, they do a Treasure Planet thing, but it's not about Jim. Like it's about
essentially I would want this to be One Piece.
No, but
essentially because that's how it is. Like you follow this group of pirates to go to the treasure planet, and
not become king of the pirates.
They not just to get the planet and competing with other pirates. There's fun in that. But that's what essentially is. If this was just like One Piece, this would be
more fun.
It's more fun
and better characters.
Yeah, this would be fantastic. But the main character fucking is boring. And
like Luffy's like you with charisma.
Yeah, and then they don't fucking explore, and then things are just kind of left like, it's like, hey, what about over there? And he goes, nah, fuck that, we gotta go to Treasure Planet. And that sucks a lot of the fun. So if they were making this TV show, essentially I wanted to make it just make it One Piece with this setting, all that. And I think there could be something there.
No devil fruit powers.
No devil fruit powers. No.
Okay. Also, I was thinking like, what if and then decides like, okay, we're gonna try something with Treasure Planet. But instead of calling it Treasure Planet, they call it that space station. You call it, the spaceport. They call it that, and then for every season, it's about a new group of pirates, or soldiers or police officers, leaving that station, and that's season 1. Like season 1 is about this group of pirates that leave this station. And then in the second season, is about soldiers. Excuse me, it's about soldiers that look over the space station, but then they have to leave. And the third season could be about officers dealing with criminals in the actual space station. Yeah, what about that?
Like an anthology.
Yeah, anthology.
Every season.
And the only thing that they have in common is that they either stayed at the station for a little bit. Or they're just there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Every season, and then of course some older characters come back and interact with the other ones and shit like that. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Okay, now that it's over, any final words or concepts you got your brain juices of creativity going?
The human character designs are kind of plain.
They are, yeah.
Jim and his mom.
Like Jim and his mom, they almost look kind of the same.
Mm-hmm. And I think the human characters are for the most, because the cat's really fun. Her facial emotions are really fun, just like how she emotes. Dog is a lot of fun. Dog Professor, and the sideboard. Like I just think they need to come up with a character of that, just really entertaining, because Jim is just a boring motherfucker. And even if it were come back, we're making a sequel, I don't think it would make his money back either. I feel like this is it would be like Blade Runner all over again, because in Blade Runner 20
sequel
came out with a sequel and I think it did alright. I think it lost not too much time. I don't know if it may, but it wasn't the huge success that they wanted to.
We saw. I could see them bringing it back. I could see them doing it.
Disney sequels don't generally work. Aladdin 2, Cinderella 2, they generally don't work. And they always get poor critical reception. So they're always seen as straight to DVD, and I think people would see it that way. Treasure Planet 2, then straight to the network. I do think
Let's see if Frozen will break that.
Yeah,
Okay, we can't say that's pretty much it because that line has been taken already.
that's about it.
They make fun of that before in one of their commentary tracks. No. Okay, well, thank you all for listening again. Thank you all for listening to another sample of ours. Thank you all for listening to another commentary track of ours. Hopefully you enjoyed our. We really discussed this movie, just how there's a lot of potential with this. Well, we're just talking over the movie and it's slow and or boring parts, which is just a majority of it.
Hopefully we get comments because I want to read people's thoughts on like what they think of the movie. Because as much as I hear people say it's underrated and all that, no one ever says why. And I think the general sense.
You actually want discussion?
Yeah, well, no, I'm curious to hear other people's opinions as to yes I do.
Okay.
People's why they enjoy this movie as much as it is, because I just find it odd. This doesn't have enough to justify like it's like a forgotten gem.
Mm-hmm.
It's forgotten for a reason, I think.
Okay. Well, thank you all again, and hopefully you have a good day. And you'll hear us next time when we do a track. Goodbye.